Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Brandon and Trevor back again with another episode of Drinking Buddies. I've been drinking sours for a long time. I hated it. For the very first sour that I had was New Holland's Incorrigible, and it literally tasted like urine. I was at the brew house, Norton Shores. They're not there anymore, but sours have really grown on me. Trevor's not too familiar with any sours or kind of tart beers, so what we're doing today is we have 2 sours, a Saison, a Belgian wit beer, and a Gose. So those are a few different kind of tart sour categories. So it's not technically a sour episode, but it is a tart episode. Starting it off with like the most mild base sour that we have today. So there's a few in here with some flavors and adjuncts that I don't really want to get into right now. I want a good base sour beer to start off with. So we are getting into Perrin Brewing's Lazarus, a 5.4 sour blonde ale aged in French oak wine barrels and naturally soured. This is kind of a taproom exclusive, so she smells freaking tart.
Yeah.
That is a sour beer.
Oh, it's hazy.
Yeah, she is, actually. She looks like she's drying out.
Not very much carbonation, it looks like.
No, yeah, there's no head on it whatsoever. There's no foamy head. There are bubbles.
Right.
But I wonder what that means. Cool. Try here.
But it tastes like a dry wine.
Yeah.
It is really all it tastes like.
I can kind of smell a acetone nail polish. Like if something's like overly soured, I absolutely hate it because it's like kind of yeah, and it just reminds me of nail polish. This had a slight smell of it, but I don't taste any like overly sour, like crazy sharp sour.
Mm-hmm.
Super light, easy drinking. That it's almost refreshing. I actually really like it. I think that's perfect.
I think it's good, yeah.
It's
definitely tart.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It like pulls all the moisture out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm. I would call it tart over sour for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get into some sours and we're gonna figure out how sour a sour can be.
Hey.
but for the first one, yeah, light, easy, blonde body. You kind of get that oaky wine flavor out of it, and it's like
I get a lot of that.
And it's like a white wine flavor.
I feel like it's like a slightly carbonated, like white dry wine,
like a Grigio almost. Saying
what's a French wine barrel?
Just a cool adjective to make it sound fancy. I don't know. First one, I think it's perfect. Like I wish that this wasn't a taproom exclusive, like one-time deal, because I've never seen this before. Only when we went. So I think that they should bring this back as a summer beer. Because honestly, I could drink a 6-pack of these easily. Yeah. I think it's really nice and refreshing.
It's a little weird, but I think it's just kind of. I mean, it's just a different style.
Yeah. I think it's amazing. The sourness is a little on the lower end, which I prefer. I would probably give it like a 4.2. And Trevor hasn't had a lot of expertise with drinking some sour, so we're just trying them out today. Second beer, another taproom exclusive.
Yep. Which
is kind of cool. Founder's Passion Fruit Gose. It is a 4.6% Gose with passion fruit added to it. Another bottle cracker as well. We don't get a lot of bottles on this show for some reason.
No.
Gose is a warm fermented beer that originated in Goslar, Germany. Is usually brewed with at least 50% of the grain bill being malted wheat. Dominant flavors in Gose include a lemon sourness, a herbal characteristic, and a strong saltiness.
I haven't had many Goses, so I mean I've only had like probably 4 of them, so this is new to me too. So. Fruity.
I get the wheat.
Yeah. I get the salt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like passion fruit, and they're like it works with but can you taste the wheat in there?
I don't know. I'm going to hit it again.
I feel it's like right after the passion fruit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do. Like a tart wheat with some salt in it.
Yeah, and then it gets like salty and tart.
Yeah. Cool.
That's good.
it started off like fruit sweetness for me. Then it kind of dried out to that wheat, really citrusy wheat flavor, and then that tart saltiness at the end. And it doesn't sound very attractive, but it really does taste amazing.
Yeah.
And I think Trevor said it best. Goses are pretty much a carbonated margarita in a glass.
Yeah.
I mean, this tastes pretty
Yeah.
dang similar to one.
Minus the wheat. Like,
yeah.
I mean, with that, because I feel like there's a lot of wheat flavor in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like now that it's there, like, oh yeah.
It makes me want to keep drinking it.
Yeah.
I mean, both of these were really easy drinking summer beers.
Yeah.
We should have had this episode during the summer a little bit later, but this is still, yeah. I do have to go back and say, for the wheat episode that we did 2 weeks ago, I was not really picking up on a lot of flavors of their
All day vacay.
All day vacay, yeah. I did not
grab another 15-pack.
I picked one up a couple days ago. I had an all day vacay yesterday, and it had almost just as much wheat flavor as an Oberon, and just a really citrusy wheat flavor. I absolutely loved it yesterday by itself for the first beer of the day. So I think I kind of had too many wheats in a row, and I didn't give the all day vacay its
enough just.
I wanted Founders' all day vacay at either 2 or 1 because that is an amazing beer, and I misspoke during the wheat episode. So I just wanted to correct that real quick. Oh yeah, and this will only taste better later in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, summertime when you're sunburnt, I can see where this is going to be really freaking nice. I'll be drinking these out on the beach.
Oh yeah, out there just lobstered out, drinking in.
Do I love it? Yeah. I think a little bit too much sweetness is going on for me, and it's not really as tart as I'm used to. I would give this a 4-1.
I can see where you get that.
Yeah. I mean, a 4-1.
I'll say I don't like, as far as drinkability, the Perrin, I think.
Added more.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and I think, like point underneath that. I think because the flavor is great. You know what I mean? Like the flavor that is there is good.
Is it too sweet in the beginning?
I feel like it is now. I don't so much.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not getting like all the wheat taste now.
Third beer, Brewery Vivant's Vast Revival, a dry hopped sour ale, dry hopped with Amarillo and Columbus, 5% alcohol. Dope can. Shout out to Brewery Vivant for having Braille on the side. I don't know why I'm pointing at the camera like you can see it, but there is Braille on the side of it.
But you can feel it.
And it's funny, this is Vast Revival, and the Perrin beer was Lazarus. It's kind of funny that it's playing off of the dead resurrecting. We're starting to realize that none of these have a head on them for some reason. These sour beers aren't pouring with a head. All right, Vivant's dry hop sour.
Yeah. It tastes like biting into like a crab apple.
Yeah, I took a bite out of a crab apple tree at Brandstrom Disc Golf. Yeah, it's kind of got that like little kick in your taste buds. Yeah, super clean and crisp. The dry hop though,
I get it.
I get it, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really rounds it out a little bit more, which is weird because bitter and sour, you think it would compact or like it would pile up and make it even worse, but honestly, it tastes really, really good.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous to see about a dry hopped sour, but this is...
And you can actually taste it like this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think you were going to be able to taste it.
One interesting I've noticed is that sours, regardless of alcohol levels, tend to form minimal head. Maybe the low pH is referring to the head foaming proteins.
Okay. That's got to be it. So yeah, I guess pH balance has to do with head retention because none of these sours have had any head. This actually just looks like a wine again.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like it's got any carbonation really, unless you get some bubbles up on the side. Yours looks even less.
Yeah, but I'm still burping, so I know it's in there. Yeah. But honestly, for my first dry hop sour, I absolutely love that combination.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate to say it, for the hops that they used for the dry hopping With a sour ale, I kind of would like it to be like a little bit more fruity of a hop, and I think you all know. I think you all know what kind of hop we're hoping for in here. But
bring out the mosaic.
where's the mosaic? Where's the citra? I like it because it's a little bit more of a sour compared to the other two, which were really, really mild. I like that kind of crisp sour, and it still isn't that nail polish acetone. Really acidic sour. It's still easy
it's like a
drinking.
fruit taste.
Yeah,
It's like a fruity sour. I like how you can taste the hops to it.
me too.
It really, and it's like it just kind of mellows it out, and but it is definitely tart.
I think the dry hopping, the sour is should be used more because I like it a lot. There's no fruit added to it, but it is kind of a bright sour. I can see where a lemon would be.
I like a citrusy.
Mm-hmm. All super easy to drink so far.
Yeah, and I don't. It's weird because like the flavors are like you wouldn't think it would be easy to drink,
Right.
but they go down easy.
See, man, I gotta hit it with a 4-2. I mean, these are really, really good beers. If you see a sour, get a flight glass wherever you go because I'm telling you, there's bad ones. So I don't know if the same people that run Jolly Pumpkin also own North Coast Brewing, but their Grand Rapids location, they had like 2/3 Jolly Pumpkin, 1/3 North Coast Brewing beers. But yeah, Jolly Pumpkin is always all sour. Fourth beer, Jolly Pumpkin's Calabaza Blanca. Blanca, I know because of the show Weeds, and I know it means white. Farmhouse Whip beer, ale brewed with orange peel and coriander. Wit beer is a Belgian wheat beer. I believe the farmhouse aspect of it is maybe an open fermentation to give it that natural sour. But yeah, another can condition, so that's kind of cool. It's not blown through CO2, so it's got that. It's got the natural bacteria and yeast in there with some priming sugar. Gets in here, that yeast and bacteria eat the priming sugar or whatever they added to it, and naturally carbonates inside the can. So 4.8% alcohol, and cheers and mahalo plenty. Farmhouse funky wit beer with coriander and orange peel.
Funky bit. I like it.
Let's get funky. It's not as tart as the Brewery Vivant, but it's a different type of sour flavor.
Yeah. Again, kind of tastes winey.
Super light, crisp, slight little haze to it. Maybe that comes from the farmhouse or whatever, but because that straw kind of haze.
Yeah.
But yeah, that really slight nail polish acetone flavor. It's not very huge, like to where your taste buds are screaming. That happens for about 10 seconds, and then it slopes down into this orange peel. Coriander I am getting, but it takes a little bit. This beer rides out for like 25 seconds of changing flavors.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
Acetone sour is my least favorite type of flavor that a sour can give off.
I don't know that I'd go buy it again, but I'm not mad about trying it.
I'll rate it and probably give it like a 3.9, like a 3.8. Actually, I think a 3.8 is poking out. So the tangerine or orange peel, it kind of does come through, but it's kind of hard to pick out flavors after that sour.
It's like it beats up your tongue so much that like you can't find it.
And it beats it up. I think that's perfect. It really does. Last beer, keeping it local. Got to help out Rake Beer Project. You know they love to do their sours. So we are ending today with Vibes from Rake Beer Project, a sour saison with pink guava and apricot.
Ooh.
She's cloudy. That's that fruit though. Too.
You know what's funny? I was gonna say because remember the Guava Squad? It kind of has the same hue to it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Before we try this, I have to say shout out to Jared Peterson for hooking us up with some samples. We really appreciate it. Vibes by Rake Beer Project.
Very sour.
And it's a tart sour.
Yeah.
Now, I think that comes from the fruit because honestly, it's fruity too.
Very.
Yeah.
It's almost like pulpy. Kind of like,
Oh, like almost a smoothie style.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is very different.
hmm So it is sour, but it's not the acetone sour. It's just a good sour beer, pretty sour, and then it's got that really tart fruit to it, and then it kind of slowly transitions into there's a lot of fruit in here, and I think that's where that tart's coming from.
I think the
because-
guava, and yeah, it might be the pink guava. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah.
But you hear pink and it's like grapefruit.
hmm
But it's like
It's not
it's kind
sweet.
of like that grapefruity, but it's like guava flavored grapefruit.
White guava is moderately sweet. Pink guava is less sweet but has a stronger scent.
Okay.
And then a saison beer is a pale ale that is highly carbonated, fruity, spicy, and often bottle conditioned.
When I think of a saison, I think of a creamy. I think of like a banana clovey kind of farmhouse beer. So and I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that from this beer.
No,
But
but it's just fruity.
it's just a fruity sour beer. Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah.
This is a full-bodied, as cloudy
I
as
mean,
heck.
yeah, you can't see through it.
No.
Like I said, it's kind of like a smoothie type.
Yeah. And yeah, shout out to Rake for doing their juice lines. Because yeah, this honestly does taste like a smoothie sour beer, and I absolutely loved it. And I would almost say for their sour line, outside of juice and outside of their dry hopped beers, this is the best one that I've tasted so far. So
Really?
yeah, definitely. I really like this.
Wow.
For the first time me trying this, I think this is great.
But you can pick out like the guava taste. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
not so much the apricot, but I mean,
Yeah.
That's kind of a.
Mild.
It just works with like the sourness of it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Perfect amount of tart and sour to fruit flavor, because I really am upset that I did not get a 4-pack of that. For real. I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, that's thick.
Yeah.
It's weird because it doesn't drink like that at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it drinks like a light-bodied beer.
hmm Maybe a little bit more sweet would kind of work. I don't know the percentage of alcohol on it, but I mean, it could be a tiny bit more sweet, but I mean, that's
Yeah.
about it. Honestly.
When I just burped, it like burnt my throat.
On the last beer out of these 5, what would you rate it?
For a sour, probably a 4 or 3, 4.
I was going to say 4-3, and do you want to meet at a 4-3 with it?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
meet you there.
Yeah, 4-3. I think it's really, really good. Even for people who don't like sours, it is just a fruity, sour, tart, flavorful beer that isn't overly sour. I think I say this every other episode, but this is seriously the hardest lineup that I've had to do personally. Jolly Pumpkin. The sour was like an acetone sour, and the flavor of it lingered like crazy. I mean, it was a lot to take in, but that sour, it wasn't my favorite. Founder's Passion Fruit Gose, although it really was good, it was a little too sweet for me to want to drink more than one, although the flavor was really, really good. Perrin Lazarus, super light-bodied. It was barely sour, tasted like a wine. I wish that they did that more, because that's like an amazing base beer that you can drink continuously with a good amount of it. It was a good flavor, but it wasn't a good amount of flavor, but it was still easy enough to where I want to drink a few of them. And I did like the flavor, just it was a little bit lower on the flavor. Vast Revival by Brewery Vivant. I love the dry hopped aspect of it. It was an amazing base sour, and then dry hopping it made it really taste like it was we love our dry hopped. Rake Beer Project won it with me, because but you could tell that the tartness came from the fruit, and the fruit flavor was really amazing on it. And we drank them quick. And if I see it again, I'm going to buy it again. Absolutely loved it. Let it be known, bring back St. Nicholas. We absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
We look forward to it this upcoming winter season.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I don't think you're far off from nailed it. I gotta tell you.
Okay. You want to change the founders?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I don't think I would change anything.
Are you serious?
Yeah. The Jolly Pumpkin. I did like the drinkability of it. I don't know. It didn't really hit with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The founders, I did like that. The wheat, I like how the wheat resided afterwards.
And see, I loved that too.
You took a drink, you tasted passion fruit and then wheat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of nice, but like once that resided and then you just got the passion fruit and then the other flavors, I thought it was better. Perrin Lazarus, I like I said, I thought it was a very good beginner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if you're trying to make like your step to trying other, like broaden your horizons, trying other beers, it's a good one to try for sure.
Mm.
Brewing Vivant, the dry hopness of it, that really like intrigued me, and I liked that. As far as sours go, I'm not a huge sour guy.
Mm.
Well, I haven't tried them besides this. I mean, I'm getting the taste. I like it. But I really, really liked the dry hopness of that.
Yeah.
And then the Rake, yeah. The flavors in that, man, super sour. Well, not super sour at the beginning, but just sour enough. And then it was just fruit flavors.
We're some newbies on the sours, but honestly, today was an awesome episode. Definitely check out the beers that we had today because I'm telling you, you're going to love them. Follow suit, anybody. The dry hop sours, I mean, it's an awesome combination. Just bring in the Mosaic and that Citra. And
with the Mosaic.
Yeah, we're all on it.
Oh.
Put that into a sour. Rake, if you're watching, try it out because we'll definitely be buying it.
Yeah.
For sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. Another episode of Drinking Buddies Down. If you have any recommendations, definitely send it to us. We'll try it out. We'll see what we got going on. And cheers to another episode and more to come.
Party on, Garth.
I've never seen that.
I've never.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's Brandon and Trevor, your drinking buddies, back again with another episode. A little pumped up. You gotta get the juices flowing. Man, what'd you do? Take a sip out of mine? Or did I just seriously pour that? Oh, you did? Brewery. Vivant.
Oh, dude.
I'm sorry. You got that bush? Let's hit a bush, dude. Seriously, that really did. It knocked my taste buds on ass. It did what? Did you like it?
Yeah!
Well, okay.
Look at that! Tiptoe through the tulips.
Have any styles of beers that you want us to... Oh, Trev. Oh, my God.
Shout out Muskegon.
Right.
Watch us go.
Watch us grow.